What's up, everybody? Time to finish up our NFL second week, all of our picks. And I don't know if I'm taking the show over. I might call tonight's show Thoughts from the Mayor's Desk.
Ooh.
Welcome to the Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show.
Okay.
I will be your host again tonight.
And, my name is Donnie Wise, and I approve this message.
So yeah, we're gonna get back to NFL and finish up our run through of the rest of the other half of the league and pick how we figure everybody's gonna finish up everything. And
we'll
touch on anything else we need to as the chat chimes in on anything and so forth and so on. So we'll jump over to we'll start out with the influencer who is out at a ball game tonight. And tell us where you're at, what you're doing, what you're wearing, what you're drinking.
So it's really loud right now. They're doing the fresh fruit race. But, Donnie, you need to be moved up to the top because it looks weird if you're hosting in the bottom corner. There you go.
Okay.
Is that better for you? Do you approve now? Are you better? Is this better for you, Eric?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I am at Windsurge game. About one of three people here tonight. Wearing my Windsurge KU hat. It's the KU-inspired Windsurge hat because KU starts the season Thursday night. They are at home, kind of. They're actually playing in Kansas City this year. They're playing their first few games at Sporting KC's Children's Mercy Park, so we're playing it on a soccer pitch. So hopefully we'll have more touchdowns than what you would normally score in a soccer match. So KU starts Thursday, college football.
You don't score touchdowns in a soccer match.
I know, but you only score like 0 goals and call it a tie in soccer. So
Whoa! You better calm down with the soccer.
Simmer down now.
Yeah, you better slam down, baby. Calm down. All right now.
Got the water.
That's vodka, guys. That is not water. That is vodka.
All right, Mr. Prospector, tell us what you got tonight. You're going Sans NFL.
I am Sans NFL tonight. I am rocking MILB as I normally do and most of the time. But tonight I am wearing the Cedar Rapids Colonels. You can see the C and the R there. So
nice.
So showing some love to Iowa tonight and our good friend Lynn Smith. So Lynn, if you're on, shout out to you. And tonight we are drinking water.
Gross.
But it's needed after today. So
all right, Ed, what about you there?
What's
You're all ready for the Browns, man.
I'm ready. Look at it. Listen, I don't know if I can do it.
I better have Jameis on the back.
Nice.
Rivera.
Yes, right, baby, with my favorite number on it, 27.
Yes,
This was a Christmas gift from the CFO of Dad Hat Industries, so you don't have to get that, baby.
Kareem Hunt?
Yeah, Kareem Hunt, baby, you know that. Cleveland native too, by the way, Kareem Hunt. But I'm also, with my old school Browns hat. You know what I mean? Look at that thing.
Yeah, that's like an OG NFL.
This is good, but it's still, I got to clean it, but man, it still fits so good and so comfortable.
That's the best fitting New Era hats, the NFL that they have ever had.
Exactly. All right. Exactly. So, I'm going to be doing this. And then I'm also drinking a little Line and Google Summer Shandy. I had a long day at work. It was a good day at work, not a bad, but it's just a long day. Yeah. And then needed a good, good beer. And my baby girl started first day of first grade today. So, I got to do that. Okay, listen, Zach, your team is not even going to make the playoffs. Okay.
He's not wasting any time.
Yeah, he really isn't. He is like,
Well, what I will say is the Blue Jays own the Angels. Season sweep.
Ooh, darts are being thrown.
Wow, man, we are just on fire tonight. I love this.
Yeah, honestly, I wish the Jays could play the Angels all season. They might be.
I wish the Guardians would play the Angels all season. Oh man.
Oh,
I'm ready for some NFL, baby. I'm ready for some college football starting this weekend. I cannot wait. And then listen, I already got the pad going for our picks tonight. I'm ready to go, baby. I am
All
ready.
right. Cool. Well, I'm rocking the Panthers hat. Got my NFL shirt, all about the Shield.
You root for the league, right? Not the Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the future NFC South champion Panthers? Is that what we're going for?
Yeah. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
I can live with that. And because I'm going back out to work after the show, I'm drinking the Diet Coke.
I'll drink it for you.
Diet Coke.
Very nice. That's a nice NFL Shield shirt, though. Very nice.
I actually got this in Cleveland, or in the Cleveland area. I think actually in Medina at one of the TJ Maxx stores.
You gotta love TJ Maxx, though, right? You know what I mean? Like TJ Maxx.
If you get a good TJ Maxx, it's quality.
Yeah,
Like,
they had
good
this
and
in
bad.
there along. I've actually got a hoodie too that has the Shield on it in gold.
Oh, nice.
They had all this NFL stuff up there.
Yeah, I don't think I have an NFL just the Shield T-shirt. I've got, I don't know, but that looks really nice. I like it.
I've been looking for a hat that just has the Shield on the front, which I
Right.
think they have some online. I just haven't found one that I like the look of yet.
They do, like whenever they do the sideline collection every year.
Yeah.
They have one. They have one like that just has the Shield on it.
Lots of you. Okay, Val, you can't be starting. Lots of guys lost their jobs today, including.
Listen, at first I thought she was saying that I lost my job, and I was like,
I didn't
see the Tim. I didn't see the wide receiver Tim, and I was like, does Val know something that I don't?
Like, hold on a second.
When I left
Did I get fired already today? I didn't even know it.
When I left work, I thought my boss and I were on good terms, but
that's what, dude. I literally was just thinking to say this. Like, hold on, I had a conversation with my boss on my way home. I think I'm good, right?
Yeah.
That's an interesting way to spend cut down day, because they didn't technically lose their job. They didn't get their job.
They never had their job.
They never had their job.
Yeah.
Just couldn't stay healthy.
They were all trying for a job, which they did not get.
Right, exactly. So,
man, I was sure that that there was going to be another Wilson starting in Denver. I can't believe Bo Nix won that job.
Oh, let me ask you this, and I'm so I can't believe I'm not going to ask this, but I don't remember. Do they get paid during spring training
Camp?
Doing training camp?
I
mean, I know the people that have signed already, they get, you know what I mean, they're going to get paid, but like training camp, do they get paid, or they just say it's like, hey man, we're going to pay for your hotel, we're going to pay for your meals, we'll pay for the gear that you're going to take home with you, but like, do they get actual paychecks?
I want to say
I don't know for sure, but I want to say they do, but then they get like a roster bonus if they make like the 53-man roster. I could be wrong on that, but I'm thinking solely for people that are playing for a job, right? I mean, there's guys that who have guaranteed contracts, right? That that they've got to come to mandatory
right,
OTAs and all that stuff.
I think they do get paid something, because I remember a couple of years ago when Ben Boulware from Clemson, he tried to make the Panthers team. He was on their practice squad and got cut early, like in the preseason, from the practice squad, and he went out. This was what was crazy. He went out and signed a contract with San Francisco. Also got him an apartment, and within 5 days he was cut again. Like,
man,
I'm like, dude,
tell him to go.
But he got paid something to go out there and sign.
Yeah, tell him to go to Jacksonville. That seems to be where all the Clemson players go.
Well, he's a graduate assistant coach for Clemson right now, so I think he's trying to go to the coaching ranks. Yeah. But that tells you too, like, I mean, that guy was a beast for Clemson and couldn't make it in the NFL.
That's the thing, dude. Like, you could be a 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, player in college, and then you're just back to being a nobody, really, in the NFL. Like, and then you're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I think didn't you hear? Then you were talking. You and me were talking about this today, Donnie, about the NFL, right? Like, I mean, and all that is like, like Dan Patrick was talking about it on his show. It's like you go from being like this bigger than anything on college, and boom, done, over.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, because like you talking about, I think it was talking about Ross Tucker. Like you're the
Yeah.
man around town until you show back up and people are like, "Aren't you playing football or something?" And like, nope, not anymore.
I went
Just a regular guy.
Right.
I went to college with a Ross Tucker, just not that one.
Well, that's like we were talking last week, or I think it was in the last couple of weeks. One of my neighbors had drafted, I think I said the wrong name. It was Willie Scott from Kansas City.
Mhm.
And he had played at South Carolina. He lives in a neighborhood right down the road from me, which is just kind of weird. And then from a baseball standpoint, there's some guys that grew up here in Lexington that played in the pros, and one of the brothers played for the Reds. In fact, he was with the Reds with when King Griffey Jr. was there.
Yeah.
And when we moved into this neighborhood, he was renting a house on the other street from us, and he just didn't have enough money to buy a house. Like, he was renting a house and trying to make ends meet because he was out of baseball and had pretty much gone through and made some bad investments and was just trying to survive. And it's crazy how these guys just become regular dudes trying to make it in life after living in the limelight for a while.
It's crazy, ain't it?
I know how they couldn't make it in your neighborhood, Donnie. That's the ritzy part of town. So
I mean, I didn't want to say it out loud, you know what I mean? But
having been there, I can tell you, I was like, I thought I had to pay to get into the subdivision.
Oh, come on!
I mean, it is a gated community, so I mean, guard will shoot you down. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I had the hardest time. I had to figure out where I had to go validate parking. I mean, it was unbelievable.
The gate's always open. It's free parking. Come on.
Well, when you know the.
By the way, Lynn is loving your hat. By the way, on she's saying that on Instagram Live. So I just wanted to make sure I name her.
We love you, Lynn.
So.
I just want to know how Josh has a 4 1/4 hat. Like,
dude, that is like hella small.
Yeah, well, so like New Era sometimes does like that with giveaways. Like they'll have like mini hats.
I have, you know what? Now that I think about it, I have a PGA Championship one, just like this 4 1/4 as well. I think it's somewhere around.
Let me guess, you have a mini hat guy that that can get you like stuff like that, right?
Here we go.
Hey, I wish some of these other teams. Wouldn't it be cool if all the teams sold little mini hats that look like the 5950, similar to the ice cream helmets?
It's probably kind of cool, though. Yeah, it's probably good for me that they don't. Just yet another thing to collect.
Right.
Eric, you look like you're suffering, dude. Like he just looks like he is just suffering right now.
I am. I'm having to listen to Patrick.
No, wow.
Love you too.
Right? Nothing but love.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Keep an eye out for the elk, okay?
Yeah.
And Donnie acts like he's never seen elk before.
Not running around my town.
Because you have a gated community. We just talked about this.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You left it open on that one, Donnie.
Yeah. And it specifically says no elk allowed. So, like only certain clientele get in there. Like I almost didn't get in, being way below average and everything. They don't let way below average people in there.
Come on now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Ruh-roh.
The thing is, like he's starting to say, I'm going to deny it because I can't talk to the press. I mean, listen,
we're just lucky that you're able to grace us with your presence on this show. I mean, we
are, Mr. Mayor.
Don't worry, the $20 is in the mail. Like you got my vote. Don't you worry, my friend. Don't you worry.
Yeah. I mean,
all right, let's get going, man.
I did tell him the pool was closed, so.
Yeah, he did. Well, but he got me for a commercial. He got me for like one of his election commercials where it's like when I needed a place to stay, the mayor made sure that I had a roof over my head. So
hey, my door's always open.
That's right.
It's always open as long as you sign the waiver.
Exactly.
That's right.
Good man. All right, man. Let's get to picking, man. I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to do this.
What was that, Eric? We missed you.
I'm gonna find out next year if it truly is open.
Yep.
We're about to find out, baby.
Yeah, well, and then we got Ed representing Jameis Winston tonight,
Which, by the way, he's on a trading block. Did you see that?
Well,
yeah, really?
Well, that's because people saw like him inspiring the huddle, like last week, and I was
really
like,
bad.
Well, no, it was like And then like 29 other teams just lined up and said, like, we have to have him. And then Cleveland's like, no, we signed Jameis.
So not only is he on the trading block, Tyler Huntley is also on the trading block, and DTR made the backup role.
You're making a shock. You're making a shock move for Joe Flacco.
Yeah. It's wild times to be a Browns fan.
You can't have a QB that threatens your starter.
Well, he's also a Browns fan, bro. So you know what I mean? So Josh knows what's going on. He knows the hurt that we go through every year.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm just a Jameis fanboy. What can I say?
Yeah, gross. Let's go with that.
Man.
Before we continue, by the way, whoever wants to join the Dad Hat Chronicles, the football league, okay, it is a PPR league. We have 4 openings left. We got 4 spots open.
Wow.
We will be drafting next week, 8:30 during the show. So if you want to, send me a message and let me know so that way I can send you the link so we can get going.
By that time, though, won't we already be like in the 8th round?
Well, you better be going before now and then. You know what I mean? It starts at 8:30. The draft starts at 8:30.
I know, but the show's at not. So
yeah.
8:30 your time or my time?
My time.
Okay.
Yeah. So my time. So we're gonna start early on Tuesday. We're gonna start early at 8:30. My time.
Yeah.
My time.
Yeah, this isn't like a 17. This is actually a short draft. This isn't like the mayor's 17-week draft where they make one pick every 5 days.
Yeah, right. You know, and then they're barely gonna be done by the time that the season starts.
Donnie has a 53-man roster for his fantasy team. My goodness.
So just wanted to put that out there. Just let me know.
Yeah. We play individual defense on that one.
Oh, do you really?
None of this team defense stuff.
So you play like Myles Garrett. If you wanted to draft Myles Garrett, you could.
Your roster includes 2 defensive backs, 2 interior linemen, 2 edge rushers, 3 linebackers, and something else. We even have 2 kickers. I'll read you what the positions are real quick.
Yes, it will, Zach. We will be drafting while we are on the show. So we're going to be making fun of everybody for their picks, including myself.
Exactly.
So did you make Kadarius Toney your kicker? Man,
Kadarius Toney.
Come on, enough about Kadarius Toney.
Nobody better pick Kadarius Toney except for the mayor. That is the mayor's pick.
That's the honorable number 1 pick for the honorable mayor. Number 1 pick. Kadarius
we should
Toney.
make him the number 1 pick if he picks that. If he picks Kadori, that's it. You will get it if you right now commit to picking him first. You will be drafting number 1.
All I'm going to say is do it for the content. That's all I'm going to say.
Hashtag content.
Hashtag content.
So in that league, we play a quarterback. We have a flex position on offense, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, 2 tight ends, 2 kickers, 2 DBs, 2 edge rushers, 2 interior linemen, 2 linebackers, and 2 flex defense.
No wonder you've been drafting for the last 12 years.
My God.
It's a 28-round draft with 10 guys. So we might get through 2 or 3 rounds a day if we're lucky.
I was gonna say it's gonna be hard enough for me to keep up with 1 league. I don't know how you guys do the multiple leagues.
Oh yeah, I'm with this one will be 3 leagues. And if we're doing the one that we were just talking about early on the chat, that's gonna be an interesting one because that's a cool one. That's a cool concept that we got to talk about later.
Yeah, is that for our league or is that for a different league?
No, this one is that we were talking about the guillotine one.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. That's a different one. So we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
So are we starting this show early then to match?
Yeah, we're starting that. I just said that. You weren't paying attention to me.
No, I don't listen to you. Now I know what time you said the draft is, but I didn't know if we're starting this show.
Yeah, we're starting the show at 8:30. We're gonna start the draft at 8:30. So it's gonna be live. We're gonna be doing this live.
So in other words, Zach wins the league now, right? Because he says, "I don't know, watch football like y'all." Ready to get my rear kicked. The Angels.
That's what I'm saying, man, dude. Because
Zach, that's the thing. Like I've had people who told me they quote unquote didn't know football and they whooped my tail every single week and they end up winning the championship. I've never won it. I normally finish either last or next to last.
I finished. I won the league once, and then ever since then, I've never win it.
Yeah.
I make the playoffs and then all that, but then I never that's when you're like your players are starting to like if you get good players, then they're gonna bench them during that time. So it's like you got to play that game, dude.
Yeah, I got lucky one year on the waiver wire, and it was I got wide receiver Brandon Lloyd, and like it was when he went to New England, and it's just like he just took off.
Yeah.
Well, it happened twice because one time he got picked up and he was a great fantasy player for like 2 or 3 years, and I had him every single time, and it was just he was getting me like 25, 30 points every week, and I was like, Brandon Lloyd's getting me this many points, but it was just one of those lucky things on the waiver wire sometimes where you just hit. And
I wonder who's going to be this year's Puka.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing you got to keep an eye out for because there's always somebody.
Isn't his brother in the league?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there you go. I'll get fantasy football W's in October while watching Dominican. Hey, listen, man, you get whatever gets you through the day, my friend.
Do your thing, Zach.
Let's do this, Zach. Do you pull a player for a team you hate to do well against your favorite team because it will help you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, what you
I
do
pull for the player. I
Right.
don't pull for the team because I've drafted some Steelers and I've drafted some Baltimore Ravens, but I want them to lose, but I just want the player to do good while losing.
Right. You want the player to have a career day and a loss against your team.
Exactly.
100%.
That's exactly how you take it.
That's how it goes.
Career day against a loss against your team.
Man, listen, we don't even watch the games, the full games anymore. We watch NFL Sunday, the Red Zone channel.
Red Zone.
That's what I put all day.
Listen, I want Jameis to drop 500 yards. If it's the team I like, I just want him to do it in a losing effort. Because we know he's going to drop dimes. That's what he does.
Fantasy football, to me is one of the most exciting times of the year. I'll be honest with you. I know Johnny Bolin. This Saturday, two
Good one, Johnny.
Division I schools in Atlanta are facing each other. One is an esteemed university with high academic standards, and the other is Georgia State. Wow.
Well played, Johnny. Because the thing is, Johnny knows which one I went to.
Yep.
The funny thing is, I thought he was talking about the Clemson Georgia game until I saw.
So was I. I thought it was Clemson.
That's in Atlanta, also.
No,
Man, he's giving some high praise to Clemson as a esteemed academic.
Yeah, well, one goes to Ireland and wins.
Ooh, true story. That was that was an interesting game at the end.
Listen, I've got a good friend of mine that's a Tech fan, and I'm just happy for him because he's seen like a lot of losing.
I know. We're getting away, but did you guys see the New Mexico and Montana State? New Mexico paid that team $350,000 to come to their stadium in Albuquerque to play them, and they lost.
Is New Mexico the Lobos?
The Lobos, yeah. There's two of them, right? Because there's New Mexico State, which are the Aggies.
The Aggies, that's right.
The Aggies. That's San Diego.
That's right. That's Aztecs. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got the New Mexico Lobos.
Yeah.
You know who was a Lobo that played in the NFL?
Rebecca Lobo. Oh, I'm sorry. That's women's basketball.
No, that's women's basketball. Urlacher.
Ah, okay. I didn't realize he played at UNM.
Yeah, we didn't like him.
Yep. So, boom, there goes your useless knowledge for the day, boys. You're welcome.
The more you know.
Exactly, because it's the more you know.
There you go.
All right, boys, let's do this.
All right, let's go. Let's do this. Let's get back to we got the South and the West conferences to get to. So let's jump right into to Patrick's neighborhood here with the AFC South, and we'll come back to him. Let's go ahead and get the influencer on record here. If he's got some quiet moment before the speakers get loud behind him.
No, sorry, it's super loud right now.
Okay.
So Jacksonville Jaguars, the Tennessee Titans, the Houston Texans, and the Indianapolis Colts.
Well, who have you got finishing last in that division there, Eric?
Probably the Titans.
Titans, okay. All right. Ed, we'll jump over to you real quick. Where you see this thing going?
I'm going to agree with him on this one. I actually have the Tennessee Titans going last in this division. So
Yeah,
Who's their quarterback?
Levis.
Will Levis.
Yeah, and then they have Pollard now since Henry's gone. I just don't know what to think about that.
Yeah.
I don't think they've got the talent. I think this is going to probably be a consensus pick amongst us because I think Tennessee they're totally rebuilding.
I was just going to say this is a rebuild year for them, dude. New head coach. They, you know what I mean? They just don't have the power, the firepower to make it this year. I don't see it.
Everyone knows in preseason tells you exactly what's going to happen in the regular season. And Tennessee is 3-0 in the preseason.
Exactly.
Probably the 3 wins they'll get.
Exactly.
Yeah, no. This is a very Val answer.
Oh my God, Val. Not to be that girl, but I hope Will Levis has an okay season, not a good season, an okay season, because I love his girlfriend. She was on The Bachelor. I have not watched a single minute or second of that show.
So why was she on The Bachelor if she's with Will Levis?
She didn't get a rose.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would imagine it's probably before she was with Will Levis.
So Will Levis gave her the rose.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
No, she was on there for content. She was already with him.
See,
I'm not up to speed on my reality TV.
Neither am I. I lost the interest on that. The only reality I watch is NFL and sports.
Donnie,
I want reality.
Yeah. See, Donnie, she did it for the content, just like you're going to do it for the content to pick Kadarius Toney.
Do you think Patrick and I would be good on The Amazing Race together?
Oh my God, that'll be amazing. You guys should do it.
Yeah, he'd kill me. He'd kill me night one for talking too much.
I'd love to see me and Ed go against you two in it.
Dude, we should do it. Yeah, that would be amazing.
Listen, that's what we'd adopt. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So,
and then we will get GoPros and we wear that thing the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I wonder if they would take us all.
What I would do is I just sit back and let Eric plan out my route, because he's the planner and he's the trip planner. So I just let him like map out everything, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Dude, this would be like, why isn't this baseball mapper working for this trip?
All I know is, Ed, you got to eat all the gross shit.
I'm okay with that. I'm good with that.
What?
All the height stuff, going up high and doing the height stuff, that's you.
That's Patrick. Okay, so I can see what the dynamics is already forming, right? Ed, you're eating all the gross stuff. Patrick, you're going up high.
Because I got high. Because I got high.
Great song, man.
I don't think that's the high that I was talking about.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Elle did offer us on that for Vegas for this week, my birthday weekend. So, all right,
he is two-patrick. So,
two-pack.
He stretched for that one.
Two-pack.
All right, who's next?
All right, so I think we all were group consensus on Tennessee at number 4.
I have not made my pick yet, Mr. Mayor.
I didn't think Patrick made
Oh, I thought
you.
Patrick
did. Yeah, Patrick hasn't made
Well,
his. Yeah.
Don't worry, the influencer will agree. I'm easily forgettable. So, anyways,
I'm sorry. Were you picking the Colts then?
No.
Okay.
We're not the Panthers. What are you talking about?
Oh.
Yeah, no. No, I think that the Titans will finish last. I just think with the talent that they've lost in a transition year with a new coach, I think they've got the makings of a good team again, in a few years, but I don't think that they're there yet.
No,
so yeah, Titans 4th.
All right. Who have you got 3rd there, Ed?
Man,
it's a tough division to pick.
Yeah, because they all suck, except for one team, in my opinion. It's just one team, and then there's the rest. How's that? You know what I mean? I mean, I don't want to do. See, last year I went against your team. Okay,
Mhm.
I actually believe in Richardson. You know, I like how he's a hell of a player, right? He's very energetic. He can, you know,
He's
I think he's a
looked
bigger,
good in
stronger
preseason.
version of Lamar Jackson. How about that?
He's looked good in preseason.
Right. So
Yeah.
with that said, I am actually going to pick the Jacksonville Jaguars to go in third place.
Okay.
So,
And
just
I think it's close between Indianapolis and
dude, it's
Jacksonville,
like
to be honest, for 2 and 3.
splitting hairs here.
Yeah, I mean Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville has a little more talent, or at least they appear to have a little more talent. Maybe I should say it that way.
They
Um,
appear
to be, yeah.
but I think me
Um,
and Eric agree on this. The quarterback for Jacksonville is just not good.
Well,
Yeah.
well, there's also a slight Clemson bias that's coming from our esteemed host this week.
What? Shut the
know,
front
right?
door.
Me?
I know.
I'm impartial. I'm the mayor.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I got a few: Lawrence, Etienne, and many, many more. That reasons that tell me that that's not true.
Well, I believe in Doug Peterson a little bit too. So I still think Jacksonville is possibly an edge above. I'm gonna say Indianapolis for me in third spot right now
Okay,
as
Colts.
well.
Man, if only we played more road games, then we'd have the mayor on our side. Man,
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
You just
How
don't
about
play
you,
anything else.
Eric?
Patrick, how's your team's defense?
I like it. I think it's improved. I wouldn't call it an elite defense, but I think it's a solid defense.
Enough to steal a couple of wins here and there.
Yeah. Like I like our edge. I like Latu, joining, at the edge and, being the edge rusher. I think our front line, our defensive line is improved immensely. There's my guy.
All right, Eric, make your pick, man.
That one's a tough.
Hang on, he's got to text Sellers and ask him about Jacksonville's defense.
Right.
No, I already can tell you their offense is terrible. I don't know how long it'll take before Richardson gets back in the swing, so I got to go Colts third.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Prospector, you're gonna
To the
live with your Colts there, or you're gonna go with your heart?
I'm going to go Jacksonville third.
Good man.
Because I really do believe that that Indy is going to be an improved team this year. I like some of the draft picks we've made. So, I really like our receiver. We've got Jonathan Taylor back for a full season. I like our wide receiving core. They're a year older. So I'm going to go Jacksonville third.
And speaking of Latu that you mentioned, I didn't even know about this guy until I was watching a clip of Rich Eisen interviewing the coach and the GM of the Colts, and his name came up, and I was like, I didn't even think about him. And they were talking really highly about him. And I looked in my league that I just was talking about earlier that we pick defensive guys. He wasn't on anybody's radar, so I grabbed him in the late rounds. So I stashed him as like a third edge rusher.
He was he was the first defensive player taken in the draft. Now, given there were 15 picks that were made before a defensive player was made,
still,
but, there were some standout, corners and everything else, which were positions of need for the Colts, but they took the best defensive player on their board, at least that was available. And that was Latu. If he can stay, health is the big thing with him. If he can stay healthy, I think he's an absolute monster.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
All right, so let's see. We'll go back to Eric then for his 1 and 2.
Unfortunately, just because they've had a little better time lately and collapsed and should have won the division last year, I'm gonna have to say Jacksonville too.
All right. Hey, Easton.
So that means Houston is number 1 for you then.
Yep. So he's got Houston and Jacksonville. All right.
Correct.
Okay.
Just to stay on that, I'm gonna go the same way. I think Houston still may have the edge. Actually, you know what? I take that back.
Man,
I
come
think
on, bro.
I'm sitting here thinking they may regress just a hair. I think I'm gonna split hairs on this one.
Man,
And just
take off your Death Valley shades.
I
Golly.
think I'm gonna go with Jacksonville to pull it out this year and kind of edge out Houston for first in the division.
Kick
So
him out
I'm
of
gonna go Jacksonville and Houston.
not only this, but the
I think Houston's a
conversation, the
great team.
text.
Oh, I'm
Just
sorry.
kick
Go
him
ahead.
out.
We're gonna
just saying-
artificially kick him out because of bias.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
I like tennis. I like the Skyline Chili. I like Jacksonville. Like, who is this? Is
Who
he
are
truly,
you? Is this the
is
new
he
to Mike Sellers?
Is it Mike
Yeah.
Sellers' dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Sellers' dad.
I have a soft spot for the Detroit Tigers.
Said nobody.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
except Donnie.
Alan Trammell and Lou Whitaker, you couldn't.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
All right. Okay, we're done. We're
All right now. All right.
No,
now.
I think I still think Houston's pretty solid. I think they surprised people last year. I don't think they're going to surprise people this year, and I think there's some teams that are going to kind of be better schemed on them. When I say regress, I mean regress is relative to
Yeah, I was just gonna say
1 and 2 with them. Are such again, we're splitting hairs between all three of the first three teams, in my opinion here. So
okay, all right.
Anyway, all right. Well, how about you, Ed? What you say? We'll leave Patrick to.
Listen, I got the Colts at 2. I am a believer in the Texans. I mean, listen, what they were able to do, in the playoffs against the Browns and just absolute dismantling of a game. I still believe they got a lot of the good pieces. Now they got another wide receiver that they just added this year, right? So, that is some firepower in Houston, plus that good defense. Dude, I'm sorry. I don't think they're going to regress. I think, if anything, they're going to dominate that division and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. So I'm going to go with the Texans 1. I'm going to go with the Colts 2. Again, I believe in what the Colts are building. I believe now that Richardson is back, 100%, he will be better. Here's the thing, though. This is a caveat, right? I mean, yes, he was injured all year. I'm counting on him having a breakout season, right? Comeback player. We'll see. I mean, if he doesn't, then, I look like a total jackass. But so far, yeah, Colts 2, Texans 1.
All right, Mr. Prospector.
It's a tough one.
I bet it is.
It is. Well, it is when your head and your heart are, are right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Colts 2. I don't think that they're ready to make the step to being AFC South champions yet. I think they can in a year or two, and I don't think Houston runs away with this division at all. Actually, I think it's going to be a competitive division. But adding when you say adding a wide receiver, you're adding Stephon Diggs, which I think is a much more significant thing than just adding a receiver. And I know you said that adds a lot more firepower, but also, think about this. I mean, you add Steph Diggs, you can't double up on Nico Collins, but then you also balance things with Joe Mixon in the backfield. I think that was a really shrewd move from Houston as well. And Houston's going all in. I mean, they've made some really good additions to an already good team. You get a second year CJ Stroud. I think and I think that's the difference that
the Panthers could have had CJ Stroud, by the way.
Oh, I know they could have. And I was hoping that the Colts would get CJ Stroud, if I'm completely honest with you. Love Anthony Richardson, but if I had my pick back then, I would have said CJ Stroud.
I just wish that Mike Sellers was here to really listen to what we were all saying about CJ Stroud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just pointing that out.
Well, I mean, I know that Donnie's putting on earmuffs, but anyways, I think the Colts are going to fight for a playoff spot this year. I really do. I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs. I just think that they're going to be in the conversation. But overall, I think that Houston, just with what they've added and what they've already done, I think they build on that, and I think they win the division. But I don't think it's going to be a runaway. Just like last year when it was so close, I think it's going to be another close divisional race this year. Because whenever Jacksonville and Houston, or Indianapolis and Houston, and sometimes Indianapolis and Jacksonville, whenever they play each other, and Tennessee too, they're always fairly close games. So looking forward to it.
All right. Well, let's we'll stay in the South. We'll go to the NFC now that we got that one done. We'll jump down to NFC South.
So other than the Panthers won, what do we got?
They're not even close to being one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had that.
It was flipped. You had to flip it.
I got it flipped.
I got you. Yeah. I'm with you.
Well, I'm going to tell you they're going to probably be 4, but I want to hear what you guys say first. See if you change my mind.
No, none of us are going to change their mind. We're all thinking that they're going to be 4.
Is it that easy? Is it everybody? I'll just do this. We'll do this as a group. Has everybody got the Panthers 4? Because I think they are.
Yeah.
I don't know what New Orleans is going to be, but I don't think they're going to be as bad as Carolina.
Yeah. I just don't know what Dennis Allen is doing in New Orleans, to be quite honest with you.
Right.
But,
that's the thing I'm not sure about either.
Yeah.
But I don't have any faith right now in the Panthers of
and I'll be serious for a minute. Like, I don't hate Bryce Young as a quarterback. It's just he has no talent around him to,
Also, the offensive line wasn't that good. They did solidify a little bit the offensive line in the offseason and draft.
They did.
They got bigger linemen.
Which they need to do if they don't want him to have a ruptured spleen like I don't know, like Andrew Luck had when he played behind a D- F. Like,
why do you think he retired so early?
Yeah, because he was the most sacked quarterback in the league for like 3 years in a row, and like he had a ruptured spleen, and he finally was just like, "Peace, I just can't take all these injuries. I'm done,
man. I'm gonna go become a professor."
Yep.
Yeah, I'm optimistic that the coach is going to get them going the right direction, given some time. They may finish. They may finish 3rd in the division, but I can't put them there right now. So I think we all have them at 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that being said, I'll jump in real quick then and say I think New Orleans is going to be 3 for me. Again, like we just kind of mentioned, I'm like Patrick. I don't know what the coach there is doing. I don't know what they've got a little bit of talent, but I think they're kind of in a rebuild mode as well. They just may have a little bit better balance to everything than Carolina does right now, and they don't have the crappy owner that we have. So, how about you, Patrick?
I agree with you. I think New Orleans is, finishes in 3rd. I think really what they have right now is they've got a lot of big signings from the Sean Payton era, like Alvin Kamara, like guys that were really good about 3-4 years ago that they signed to big deals, and now it's kind of like, well, what are we going to do with them, because they've used up a lot of their cap room to lock up some of those key guys, and then then you don't have the cap room to. You have to hope that some of your draft picks hit, because if not, you're stuck with a couple of stars with like not a lot of talent around them. So that's what I see, at least. And to me, Dennis Allen isn't a good enough coach to just coach them out of this. Some coaches can do a lot with a little. I don't think Dennis Allen is one of them.
Okay.
So personally, so I think the Panthers could give the Saints a run for 3rd. I really do. I don't know that I want to go. I don't know that I'd want to go to a Panthers Saints game, but we'll see what happens with that.
TBD.
That's fantasy football punishment. Whoever finishes last has to go to the Panthers Saints game.
That's fantasy hell.
Well, how about you, Eric? What do you got for your 3rd spot? Saints too. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna. Yeah, it's Saints. Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
so we were kind of consensus on both those. Then that's okay.
So far we've been pretty, steady on this. Where it's like,
Are we good?
But again, I mean, this is like very close, right? Because I'm with you. Canales is, I'm very optimistic of what he can do with the team.
Best coach in the league.
I don't believe in the quarterback. I'm sorry. I just don't. That's why I have him at last right now. Here's the thing, though. He could be this could be his last year as a starter and then be shipped off as a backup if they don't do anything, if he doesn't do anything. And then Carolina's right back again drafting another quarterback, which I hope it doesn't happen for your team, Donnie. But it's like the Panthers are the new Cleveland Browns of old.
Well, it's a matter of Canales is
pretty regularly too.
Huh?
Right.
The Jets do it pretty regularly too.
True.
Before,
Very true.
before Rodgers.
Well, Canales inherited Bryce Young, so we'll see. Because Bryce Young was clearly an owner pick, and Frank Reich just didn't stand up to the owner and say,
Oh,
"Yeah, I'm
slow
not taking
down,
him."
Brett. Brett, hold on a second. Time out. Let's just go to a Guardians game, bro. We're in first place still.
I
Maybe
was
by
gonna
one
say.
game, but we're still in first place, son.
Yeah,
Where is
I was
your
gonna
team
say,
at?
I can think of a lot worse things than go to a Guardians game when they're in first place.
Brett's mixing his sports here because he's got a baseball team name for his fantasy football. That
Right. I didn't even. I wasn't gonna say anything.
right. Well,
Yeah,
let's
you're
just
right.
blow past that
Yeah,
too.
let's go past
So
that. Let's go for number 2 in the NFC South.
Yeah. So what's the over under on Ed's? What's the over under on Ed's picks for first and second in this division?
I don't know.
Oh no! Like, am I going to be shocked at who you picked at first?
Possibly.
Okay, well, I can't wait to
what
see.
you got? What you got?
Listen, I'm gonna write a dime on this,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna stick with Atlanta number 2, Tampa number 1. Okay, all right.
I'm so shocked that you.
Baby, let's go. You know,
I'm
let's
so
write
shocked
the
that you stuck with your boy Baker, man.
You know what? It
You know,
did me good last year, didn't it? It did me some good last year.
it did. It did.
So I'm gonna ride with them.
Yeah, you trashed him for about a couple years before that, but then you rode with
He
him
sucked
last
in
year.
Cleveland. He sucks in Cleveland. Listen, how about this? They win the division. I'll buy a Tampa Bay Buccaneers hat.
And yet he still doesn't have a Colts hat.
I don't.
Baker Mayfield is his girlfriend that left, and he can't get over.
I can't get over. Yeah.
It's a very progressive point of view, you know. Just
I like that. That's funny.
All right,
I had
Eric.
I had to get one in for the episode.
Where do you see your 1 and 2 falling then?
I don't know what to think about Kirk Cousins in a new offense. I know he has some talent there, but he also doesn't have like Justin Jefferson.
He's not in a contract year.
Oops, that ball's gone.
Bye, Felicia.
I'd say give me same as that. Give me Atlanta 2, Tampa 1. It'll be close. I think Atlanta could win the division, but it's just in a new offense. Plus, he's coming off of an injury, so
I would say it's like if I wouldn't be surprised if like they win the division by like half a game or something like that. Like I mean, it's going to be very close.
But Tampa made it. Last year they made the playoffs, right? So
yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with you. Tampa 1, Atlanta 2.
Okay, gotcha. I got it down.
All right. Well, just to jump over to Johnny's questions, I would definitely go to a Saints Panthers game with Johnny as well. And the creamsicle unis are elite.
They are.
They are.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Those are nice, man. Those are nice.
They are
definitely. I'm gonna go Atlanta 1, Tampa 2. I think Cousins coming in because Atlanta's got talent. They've had talent for a couple of years. They just didn't have anybody consistent at quarterback that could get the ball.
You like that?
Exactly. I think Kirk Cousins is going to be reinvigorated a little bit.
I doubt
coming
it.
off the
Are
injury.
they actually going to use Bijan this year, though?
I would think so. I would think last year. I would think he's going to be a big help to Kirk Cousins because Kirk Cousins has done well with a good running back with him. So I think he's going to make Bijan better. And Bijan's good out of the backfield too, and that'll help with Pitts and Bijan. I think that's going to help Cousins tremendously. I think Atlanta's going to do better than Tampa right now. Tampa's got a good team, and I like what they've got there, but they don't have outside of Evans. They don't have a deep threat. And Evans is hit and miss when it comes to that a lot of times. So I'll go Atlanta 1, Tampa 2.
Patrick is going to go with you. He's going to agree with you there. Watch.
Go ahead, Patrick. What you got?
It's all for the content, baby. No, we're going with Ed's boy Baker and Tampa at 2.
Like I said,
I'm going ATL at 1 because for a couple of reasons. I love some of the moves that they made recently.
Whatever. You just live in that area. You just don't want to get
Well, of
kicked out
course,
of that area too.
Well, I mean, I gotta go see my boys, in Flowery Branch, though, over at the training facility. I'm about 3 minutes from it. But yeah, we're I love the acquisition of Matthew Jadon. I think that Justin Simmons is a good pickup. They've really improved their secondary. I think Justin Simmons, even though it's a 1-year deal, I think it's a gamble worth taking. Signing AJ Terrell, to an extension, who was their top cornerback last season. I really like some of the moves that they made, and they're really going for it. And it could pay off, it could be a bust, but I'm going to bet on the side that even though it's the Falcons, I'm going to bet that it hits.
Okay.
I think Kirk Cousins too could do something. I know that Penix is there, which is Donnie's favorite pick of the last draft, but it was
a good pick.
Yeah. So, but I think Kirk Cousins I think that'll put I think he's going to have an axe to grind over that. I think he's going to say, this is my team. And for one of the first times for Kirk Cousins, not in a contract year, I think he'll have a good season. And yeah, so I have the Falcons at 1 and Bucks at 2.
Yeah, to me, the Penix pick is just the same as Jordan Love getting picked with Green Bay. Coming in, sit a couple of years, you're not going to start, get acclimated, and I think in a couple of years, Penix is going to be the guy in Atlanta.
You're going to wake the bear.
What I said good things about his team.
Well, I was going to say he's not going to like that. Say I woke the bear because he's a Packers fan.
Whoa, calm down. Slow down.
Slow my roll. Slow my roll.
Sunshine.
All right, so we'll stay in the NFC this time. We'll go down to the West in the NFC before we circle back to.
Okay.
Remember Val's been on here. That's all I'll say.
Yep. Let's just Val earmuffs.
Yeah. Because she won't talk to me after this.
Yeah, because she probably won't want to be my co-host on the podcast after this one, but we'll see.
Clearly, I'll jump in first here. Clearly, I think the Cardinals are going to be last in
100%.
I'm
you can mark me down for that one.
What?
This might be another consensus. I don't know if anybody else thinks Arizona is going to be above anybody in that division, but.
Well, listen, Jonathan Gannon is my new coach. That's my target this season. So, yeah, Jonathan Gannon's their coach. Cardinals last.
Okay.
There you go.
Let's say you, Eric. Same.
Yes, Arizona.
Okay.
There you go.
And what an hour.
So who you got in third then, Eric? We'll stay with you.
It's you got the Rams, the Seahawks, and 49ers.
So I feel like I haven't heard a ton about the Rams this offseason. So I don't even know what they've been doing.
I think they've pretty much stayed status quo, really.
Is Stafford healthy?
As of right now.
As far as I know.
The only person I've heard of with them that's not –
that can change daily, though.
Yeah, the only person I've heard with them is Puka Nacua is nagging injury right now.
So I don't know. Seattle's one of those that they're not great, but they can be decent.
Yeah.
I'll
take Stafford over Geno Smith though. That's the one thing.
Yeah. They're decent. They're going to beat some teams, but I'll say Seattle 3.
All right. Ed, we'll let you chime on in there.
So I was going back and forth just like Eric on this one, right? Back and forth. Like, who do we have? And it was between those two teams, right? Those two teams were the ones that I was like, okay. The one thing for me is, and I had to just look at it, just who is throwing the ball, okay? The wide receiver, tight ends, all that. Who is making these plays? And right now, I believe that Matthew Stafford is a much better, even with the injuries, right? Even if he plays half the season, I still think that the Rams have a better shot at anything over Seattle with Geno Smith. I'm sorry. I know Geno Smith got his bag. He got paid, right? Because, there was nothing, they didn't have anything else. But I got Seahawks in third place.
All right, Patrick.
Well, I mean, I know Gino just took that money he got and went and bought a house in Donnie's neighborhood, but yeah, but anyway, Southern home, you got to have one of those.
A Southern home in the West Coast. I got you.
Yeah, house on all four coasts, right? No, but I'm just wondering how many Gino specials are left to order because I mean, credit to Gino. He's really, he's gone somewhere else and established himself. And anyone that can reestablish themselves after being a New York Jet, kudos to them. But I'm with you, Ed, and influencer. I'm going to take Stafford over Geno Smith every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Because when Stafford is playing well, when he's on,
sling it. Yeah,
he can sling it. Yeah, and he's also very accurate for a guy that can just chuck the ball. So yeah, I'm going to go Seattle third.
They don't play double headers, so you can't go twice on Sundays.
Well,
he doesn't say anything. He barely talks all show, and then he just come out of nowhere. By the way, they don't play on Sundays twice.
Kind of like there aren't touchdowns in soccer, but whatever.
You just came out of nowhere with that one, dude. That's good. I love it.
He lives to insult me.
I mean, it's for the content. It's for the content.
It's for the content. Like Pat McAfee, it's for the brand, right?
We're building a brand here. DHC Sports Show.
There you go.
Donnie, talk.
Yeah, I'm going to jump into and say Seattle as well. I like on paper, I like the receivers that Geno has, but I'm with you guys. I don't think he could get the ball to him consistently.
Right.
I think that he, that little spark he had last year that got him paid is not going to keep going.
And kudos to his agent for getting him his money.
Yeah.
I thought Geno was good last season, but I still thought he was inconsistent at times. He was up and down. He did enough to win the job. I mean, don't get me wrong. He had more good than bad, but he was still a little up and down for me. I don't define Geno as consistent. That's just maybe.
Yeah, it was just like every time he won, everybody was like, yeah, he won. It's like he had all these people like rooting for him, like the little engine that did it again. Right. And it's not like, okay, well, we expected to win. They're not at that point yet.
Yeah. Well, they're now in the post Legion of Boom era. So yeah. It's kind of like, who's going to be the new face of the franchise, and who's going to be the identity of it.
Well, and they drafted a nice young receiver. Lockett's nursing some injury. Not sure what is going to happen with him. DK Metcalf, he's probably just either waiting his time to go somewhere else to get a ring because he's not going to get it there, or something. I don't know what.
DK, oh my calf.
Okay. All right, number 3.
So that being said, I'll jump in here and say 1 and 2. I think the Rams, obviously edge out Seattle for number 2 there just because of Stafford, but I still don't think that any of these guys are going to overtake San Francisco this year. So I'm going to go with the Niners winning the division. Plus, I took Brock Purdy as one of my quarterbacks.
So you better believe in it.
You better do good.
I'm going to jump in with you, man. I agree with you, Donnie. It's 49ers 1. 49ers in their own class, and then everybody else after that fighting for who's going to be last and missing out on the playoffs. I think only one team is going to make it out of that division this year. So, and that's going to be the 49ers. So I'm going to go with the 49ers at 1. They just got it, dude. I mean, let's just be honest. CMC, Brock Purdy, right? I mean, you can't go wrong.
Yep. I agree. And Ayuk, I mean, we got to see where he's going to land, if he's going to stay, if he's going to go. I mean,
I think he's staying, dude. I think he's staying. I think he just like wanted a team to just like put the money so like 49ers can come back. It's like, all right, we'll give you that.
Yeah.
Ayuk ends up in Cleveland, and we're going to be talking about the Jameis Ayuk connection.
Shut your face.
Yeah. All right, Patrick, where you got 1 and 2 here?
Well, all I gotta say is, outside of San Francisco, it's not going to be Purdy for the rest of the division. So I'm going Rams 2, 49ers 1.
Okay. Hey,
There we
I will
go.
say this. We're
There
over
we
an hour
go.
into the show before he really dove in with that one. So
I thought, I
I had
like
to wait
always
on that
switch it
one,
up.
though, to be honest.
You what?
You had to wait on that one.
Of course I did, but you never know when it's going to come out. So
but he hasn't been throwing them at us, off the
Eric,
bat, from the start.
and I could tell Eric was a little sad because he hadn't gotten a couple of my dad jokes yet, so he was feeling a little down. So I wanted to perk him up a little bit, and put that nice little smile on his face that he shows. Oh wait, no, he never shows a smile, but try for once in his life smile, and just say hello world. I'm Eric Prophet. So. And then he goes, "Come on, man!
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Get off my lawn!"
Can you score a run already? Will ya?
These dang kids on my lawn. I'm telling you, back in my day,
Eric, are you going with us? Are you going to agree with us? 49ers, Rams.
Yeah. Are you going out on a limb?
So since Donnie getting to talk about his Clemson homers, I'm going to talk about my Notre Dame guy, Kyron Williams. Hopefully he'll have a good second season like he had a breakout rookie year for LA. But yeah, I think hopefully if Kyron has a good year, they'll finish second. So yeah, I'm going LA 2, San Francisco 1.
All right.
Okay, I know you guys were snapping. Did you get my picks?
Yeah, 49ers, Rams. Yeah, we got it. Everybody agree on the same division. Yeah, we got this.
No, I could have sworn you said Rams first.
Yeah.
But, I was in.
Hey, by the way, this is the first division that we've all agreed on of all the picks so far.
It feels like we've agreed a lot, though.
We've agreed on a lot of 1 and 2s. With 3 and 4, we've
not
a little bit.
Not 1 through 4. I'm looking at it right now. 1 through 4. Man. Yeah, no.
I mean, other than Donnie having the Kadarius Toney led Panthers at 1, everything else pretty much aligned.
The only one that we came close was on the NFC.
I can't wait for Carolina to sign that man. That's going to be a great day.
The only one that we almost agreed on was NFC North. It was Lions, Packers, and then Donnie had to go with no, actually I was the one to disagree because I put the Bears in last and Vikings in third.
Yeah.
And all of you decided that you guys were not going to do that, but whatever, it is cool.
Well, you weren't lying, so.
Okay.
There it is.
Oh,
there it is. And all of you putting the Browns in third place, but whatever, it's cool. Because
we couldn't bear for them to be in any other place.
The Bengals didn't really do anything last year, but you guys want to go ahead and put them in second. It's cool, though. Don't worry about that.
Hey, Ed, by the time this show ends, our game's going to resume. They've been in a rain delay, and it's going to start.
I know, dude. I've been
10:20.
looking back and forth on this one.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So, Eric, what about we're going to jump back up to the AFC West now. So, where do you stand on your fourth place team there?
Kansas City Chiefs. No, I'm just kidding. How about the Sacramento Raiders?
Ooh, Sacramento Raiders in last place.
Yeah, we talked about that quarterback room.
I was just about to say
that's a real good quarterback room right there.
All right, Patrick, what about you?
I'd be willing to bet that. I'd be willing to bet that the Raiders are finishing in last.
Is that like a Vegas gambling joke?
It was.
Just making sure.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm glad I didn't have to explain it.
He was gambling that it would actually stick as a dad joke.
It didn't.
Hey, he rolled the dice on that one.
Yeah, he did.
I bet the house
is luck.
Yeah, I bet the house and lost it.
Yeah, you did. You thought yourself to be a big whale, and you did, and you weren't.
That's right.
How about the Whales, real quick?
On the
identity. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Hey, stay tuned. Val and I, we talked to the director of merchandise for the Las Vegas Aviators, just so you know,
I love it.
for the podcast.
Nice.
I love it.
All right, so Patrick, you got
Yeah, I've got the well, in all seriousness, for the very reason that Eric said, that quarterback room is abysmal. Just in terms of not that.
Wait, hold on a second. Your boy is there. Your boy is there.
Listen, I love Gardner, but like as far as a starting quarterback, no.
Gardner Minshew is the Joker of like the what I mean. He's like a
Ryan Fitzpatrick, or
don't you dare insult Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Ryan Fitzmagic.
Ryan Fitzmagic was a starter, and the man was legit. Minshew is a step below that.
Or Matt, how about this? He's a Matt Moore.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
What does Zach drink? Just share.
Justin Herbert will continue having a higher QBR than Patrick Mahomes, like he did last season. Wait, he barely played last season. He was injured. And win the AFC West with a much better coach. Bold top. Okay.
Well, I mean, the Chargers are going to have like great like in-game scouts for other teams. I mean, it's going to be outstanding. They're going to send scouts to like NFL games. It's going to be awesome. No.
All right. So just to circle back for a second, apparently Patrick doesn't love Gardner as much as you love Baker. Just putting that
does
out
not. Yeah, it's true.
No, I don't.
So Ed,
listen, I respect Gardner. I respect Gardner.
What have you got last place there, Ed? Same thing? Or are you
So this was a tough one for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it's between the Broncos and the Raiders. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm going back and forth. Right? I mean, obviously they got Gardner Minshew starting at quarterback. I don't know what in the gosh green earth they're doing with the Raiders. Like, I mean, they actually have some good pieces there, and they're wasting away a season when they could sign. I bet you one of the Browns quarterbacks ends up there. I'm just calling it out. You know what I mean? Either Tyler Huntley or your boy Jameis is going to end up starting at the Raiders.
Jameis seems like a match made in heaven for Las Vegas.
I'm with you there. I'm with you there.
It just seems like it's inevitable.
Right. With the Broncos, right? I think that, they have a lot of good pieces. I am actually a fan of Bo Nix and what he was able to do, when he was at Auburn and then transferring to Oregon in college. He did some great things there. So just for that reason alone, I had to put the Broncos above the Raiders. But same thing with like you guys. That quarterback room is embarrassing.
Well, yeah, I meant as a unit. I wasn't going after Gardner Minshew. I just meant like
no, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you.
As a group, like it's just like if that's what you're picking your starter from. I mean, you'd love to have Gardner Minshew in your quarterback room if you know he's going to be like
as an ownership group. Like, what are you telling your season ticket holders?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just telling you right there. Like, dude, we're waving the white flag right there.
Well, especially after what's been spent on that stadium and everything else.
You mean the Roomba Stadium?
The Roomba Stadium, yeah.
But go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Mismarketing, by the way, with Roomba. They should have just named it at naming rights on that one.
They could have called it the Roomba Arena.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I'm gonna jump in here and tell you I'm gonna go Denver last. I don't think that I think Minshew's experience, if anything, and he does have, I think, a little better talent.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna. I think it's gonna be again. We keep saying this with a lot of other situations, splitting hairs. I just don't. I'm not ready to give Bo Nix as a starter a better record than Gardner Minshew in this crew. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give you both of mine. I've got Denver 3. I got Las Vegas 4. No, sorry, Las Vegas 3, Denver 4.
I was about to say,
you guys.
Hold on a second. Are you drinking or am I drinking tonight?
He's drinking what
I'm
Zach's
sorry.
drinking.
I'm sorry. I'm going Denver 4, Las Vegas 3.
Well, Eric and Ed, we at least the three of us know we won't be the last person that Val's going to be talking to in the chat.
True.
Yep.
Well, I did try to butter her up a little bit with my Aviators hat earlier today.
Yeah, you're not getting her vote.
What about you guys? I'm assuming since you all went Raiders 4, you're probably all Denver 3. Is this consensus with you guys?
Yeah, like honestly, if Zach Wilson would have, like, if they didn't have Bo Nix and Zach Wilson was installed as the starter in Denver, I would have had Denver last. So, yeah. So, like, I think Bo Nix has a good shot to be a solid NFL quarterback.
I agree.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think you made some salient points though about some of the talent around him. But what in the world is Eric Prophet laughing at?
It's text
check
on the
your
text
text.
chain.
Oh man, I didn't even see.
He said it. He said it because Val's on that text chain. Anyway,
I can't believe you said that.
I did. I'm just trying to see, trying to see the world burn right now. I just want to see how this goes.
Oh man. Let's see. We're gonna stir that. Yeah, no, but I think Denver is gonna be. Yeah, I think Denver will be third. I think this is a good example of what we've seen in a lot of the divisions. Right? There's a top 2 and a bottom 2. Right?
Yeah.
There's a massive division here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like 1, 2.
Well, there's 2 scenarios, right? Like
6, 7.
In all the divisions, I think there's 2 scenarios. There's one where there's a clear cut 2 and a clear cut bottom 2.
Yep.
And then there's another one where 1 through 4 you literally just can't pick it.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, they're all like, there's 4 good teams, and it's like, who just has that 1% that's better? At least that's
AFC North. It's that prime example.
It's AFC North and South to some extent.
But I guess what I'm seeing across the league is that there's those 2 scenarios depending on the division that you're talking about. So I've talked enough, so I need to be quiet.
All right, Eric, who you got 3 then?
Who's running back in LA? Because Eckler's gone, right?
Eckler's in Washington.
Yeah, he is.
Who's their back now?
I don't even know.
Zach?
So running back Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins.
Who is it? Is that where J.K. is?
Yeah, J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins can't stay healthy. He's great if he's healthy, but
Gus Edwards is their number 1.
Who is Gus Edwards?
Gus Edwards, yeah.
He's pretty good
number 1.
Yeah, he's decent.
Yeah, they don't have a running game. I'll go Denver 3.
I mean, you just got to believe Harbaugh is going to do something with that.
stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I just don't know what, but I mean, he's got.
Even if it's just for 1 year, right?
Right. Well, it's kind of like you got Sean Payton is still kind of trying to get his stuff together with Denver, and you got Harbaugh, who's kind of like a similar sort of genius coach coming in, but he's got a better quarterback to start with than Payton.
So we're giving a pass to Harbaugh, just because he's been able to prove it longer than Sean Payton.
Yeah, I don't know if I call it a pass. I just,
well, I mean, we're saying that Harbaugh will do a better job. Yes, he did it in San Francisco, but that was a long time ago. He did it in Michigan, but Michigan, college and NFL are totally different monsters, right?
Sure. And Harbaugh didn't succeed right away at Michigan. I mean, how many years did it take him to beat Ohio State? I mean,
exactly 8.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't take the Michigan. I would think Michigan, and like what he did at Stanford is kind of what he did at Michigan. He took over a program and built it up. Yeah. I think the thing with the NFL is he jumped up to San Francisco and boom, they were good and went to a Super Bowl. Like he was like that instant impact. And I think that's what everybody's hoping is going to be the case here again. Is he's going to come in and he's going to like straighten these people out a little bit and not, he's no nonsense. And he can be that more so in the pros than he can in college, because he can be like, he can be nuts and get away with it better in the NFL. And I think that's what everybody's thinking. Sean Payton is like a professor, and he's kind of like Belichick. It's like my way or no way. And you either buy in or you don't. Harbaugh don't give a crap if you buy in. If you don't, you're gone and somebody else is there.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I will put Harbaugh over Peyton. What Peyton did with the Broncos is honestly, it was a shit show from the onset. I'll be honest.
Well, I mean, the Chargers just have a better overall team than either Denver or the Raiders right now.
And don't get me wrong, I think Wilson also had his part in it, but I think he also was doing a really good job as a quarterback. I don't know why you would want to bench him when they were so close to making the playoffs.
I mean, Russell Wilson was having a really great season, and as far as yards and stuff,
yeah,
if he wouldn't have been benched those last 2 games, he would have been on pace for some of the better seasons he had in Seattle.
So I really don't get this hate on Wilson, man. I really don't, man. It's like the same thing with Tua, right? I don't get the hate on the guy either. I mean, it's why? I mean, I can think of worse quarterbacks than those two for sure.
Yeah, I think it's just a personality thing. I mean, it's kind of like with A-Rod. A-Rod's personality rubbed everybody wrong, but when it came to playing and talent, he was one of the best talented players, but he was just one of the pain in the ass
and steroids. It's the usual stuff that use.
He had talent, and yes, he didn't. The steroids, I still don't understand why some of these guys even thought the steroids made any difference. To be honest,
difference at all? It's just whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, I'm sorry. I digress. Go ahead.
No, so we got. Have we gotten everybody's third and fourth then?
Yeah, everybody's on third and fourth.
Well,
we all agree except for you so far.
Right. All right, so we'll jump down to Eric. What you got for your 1 and 2 then, Eric?
Obviously 2. I have to go with Kansas. No, I'm just kidding. I got LA 2, Kansas City obviously 1.
Yeah, I think that's probably what we're all going to end up on around the board here. Probably not. Don't need to go too much one-on-one because I don't think any of us are not picking Kansas City to win this division.
I agree.
Yep.
Listen, I don't want Mrs. Influencer mad at me.
That's right.
That's fine. She's always mad at me, so it's okay.
You'll get over it.
Better you than us.
Yeah, right. Better you than us. We're far away. We're good. You're welcome. That's what friends are for. Yeah, the Chargers are clear number 2. Chiefs clear number 1. Like they're on their own class of their own, and then their own division, and then it's everybody else.
Ball game.
Yeah, it's Pat's party until you make it yours.
Yeah. Here we go, win surge. Here we go.
Here we go, win surge. Here we go.
Surge. Oh, oat milkers.
Yeah. By the way, funny story. I was offered tickets to the game where the Stripers were going to be the oat milkers, and we actually had to go and do something else, but I was offered tickets to the oat milkers game.
But you were like, oh, sorry,
yeah,
I'm busy.
Yeah, they did theirs on a Saturday night.
That's
like,
stupid.
Why would you have an oat milkers game on a Saturday night?
Well, Kinston was doing theirs on Friday night, and then it rolled into Saturday because of the rain out, and we were there. I'm sorry, they were doing theirs on Saturday night.
Is that when you bought all your? Is that when you bought all your oat milkers merch?
Right, and then it rolled over to Sunday when we were there because that was the game that was supposed to be played on Saturday night. I don't understand why they did it Saturday either.
You called it, by the way. Bottom 5, Cleveland, Kansas City, about to start here.
Yeah. So what? 10:20.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna be over late. What time's the game tomorrow? Is it an afternoon or is it at night?
I'll tell you right now.
They got a businessman special or what?
1 o'clock getaway day.
1 o'clock. Yep.
Oh, gross. They're going to be. I'm surprised they even resumed it then. If they have to, going to play late tonight and then have that early game tomorrow.
Well, it's an important game, so you have to play them. You know what I mean? Just because they're so close to the division. dude, I was talking to Paul earlier, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I said, hey, Paul, whoever wins this series is going to win the division. I was calling it. It's like if Kansas City wins this series, they're going to win the division, and Cleveland's going to end up being in a wild card.
Is this in the land or Crown Town?
This is in the land.
Okay.
So where are you guys this weekend? You play somewhere Thursday, or where are you at Friday?
So Wednesday is Kansas City. Thursday, Cleveland doesn't play. So then,
and see, neither does Kansas City. So that's why
we got the Pirates.
Yeah.
We got the Pirates on Friday, and you guys got the Astros.
Yeah, my friend Samantha, Shannon's best friend, will be there. She's gonna be at one of those games in Houston.
You got the Pirates coming to Cleveland?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Are you going to Cleveland?
Yeah.
Those are my two teams right there. You know, I love the Pirates too. But I will take the Guardians all day. I don't
think I can work that one out with Mrs. Mayer.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I'm already dragging her to two games on the way up there. So
yeah, they're playing both. They're playing Friday, Saturday, Sunday 1:40 game. Saturday is a 6:10 game, and Friday is a 7:10 game. So
Sunday's a what game?
Sunday's a 1:40 game. And then listen to this. And then back on Monday playing against Kansas City in Kansas City.
Ooh.
A 4:10 start. So I mean, this we're only have like 30 games left in the season.
She sees the wheel spin and she just said no. Because we're making plans to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on Sunday. So that 1:40 time, if we could go to 10:30 at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, we can get out and go to the 1:40 game.
Let me know, because you know, if you do go, I might be like, hey, what kind of dad hats are available in Snapchat and all that. So we might talk. We might talk.
Yeah, I know better. I know better.
Say, thank God.
Yeah, let me know when Rhonda doesn't change her mind.
If Paul Skeens was pitching Sunday, I might have to fight her, but
you would have lost.
We don't have time. We don't have time to do that on Sunday. I was just messing with her a little bit. All right, so we've got our picks now. Who we think we're going to win the divisions, and so forth. So
as we do, so you know what, boys? How about this? And I'm sorry to interject, Donnie.
No, go ahead.
As we do our draft next week, we can also have the conversation of playoffs, right? Who's going to make the playoffs, MVP, all that stuff on
playoffs.
I know, right? So we can have that conversation at that point about those things that are going to be happening. I think it'll be good to have the conversation while we're doing our draft. So,
that'd be good.
Again, if you're interested, guys, if you're interested in joining the Dad Hat Chronicles podcast show draft, let us know. We have 4 spots, and if you guys know whoever wants to join, let me know. I'll send them the link so that way we can get this going. But Tuesday at 8:30, we'll have that draft. 8:30 Eastern time. Eastern time, boys. So
I see. Okay, never mind. I see now. I pulled it up to see who all was in there. Now I know Lichtenberg's in our other league. I don't know if he's somebody that we want to jump.
I'll send him a message.
Yeah, maybe reach out to him.
Yep. Doing it right now.
I know Paul only cares about the Eagles, but maybe you could get him to be in here for fun.
He won't.
He won't.
Well, he likes the Eagle. He likes the Eagles.
Eagles.
He'll draft all Eagles players.
I'll send him a message. I'll send Eric a message and find out if he wants to play. But so far we have Donnie Wise, Rhonda Wise, Zach Beeson, Eric Prophet. Wait, Patrick. Why aren't you there?
I've got to sign up.
Yeah, man.
We're already in there. I thought we were already in there.
So we've got 3 slots left.
3 slots left.
I mean, I know Johnny Boland's been chiming in. We ought to see about Johnny if he's still on here. Let us know if you want to jump in.
Can you send me the link again?
Or Phil. Maybe
I'm
Phil wants
to you
get
right
in
now.
there.
No, Patrick, you have to go through the original, otherwise you're not in.
He's trying to find it.
This Zach's wearing his my son Zach's wearing his Royals hat, and this guy goes, "The score's 2-1, bottom 5," and my son's like, "Yeah, I know what's going on." I was like,
I got
anybody, this dude knows more than anything about the games and the teams. And
And the 5, so 2-1. Let's go to the 6th inning. Woo!
All right, I'm gonna have to jump off here shortly and go to work. So let's
right,
wrap
boys.
up with what you guys got going on this week. Eric, what you got?
so tomorrow, Johnny and I earn fun average. We're heading to Texas, where we did Prophet Palooza Jr. Wrapped it up about a month ago. We actually took my wife's best friend Samantha with us, so both 1/3 of the Funwise of Baseball, my wife Shannon, and then her best friend Samantha are the special guests where we do the Prophet Palooza Jr. recaps. So check it out tomorrow.
Nice.
Cool. And Patrick, what about you?
Let's see. So this week on the MILB Hat History Series, we celebrate 150 episodes. So
Yay!
this is 150 this week. So this week we're going to Hagerstown, Maryland, and we're talking about the Hagerstown Flying Boxcars, but we also pay a little homage to the Hagerstown Suns, and so learn a little bit about all of baseball history in Hagerstown, since obviously the Flying Boxcars are new to the Atlantic League this year. So yep, to celebrate 150 episodes, thank you for everyone for all the support, and very grateful. And so yeah, this week is the Hagerstown Flying Boxcars and Hagerstown baseball in general.
All right, love it.
I see Lynn says me. I'm not sure what me is unless she's chiming in about
league.
the football league. Okay.
Yep, the league. I got you, Lynn. I'll send you a link.
What you got going on, Ed?
This week is the conversation with Rudy, uncovering Pittsburgh's best eats and hat history. So that's part 1. That was a good one. That was a lot of fun. He's a content creator. He kind of does the same thing that Val does, but on a different level. He does the club levels and things like that. So he's originally from Pittsburgh, so we connected there on that. So that was a lot of fun. So make sure you guys listen to that one. That was a good one. That was definitely a good one.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm I'm headed out this weekend to go get my truck and trailer from Ohio. I will not be going back to work in Ohio anytime soon.
Sure, he says that this week.
Yeah, he says that now.
I know Jason Jennings has already texted me that the Cleveland Monsters are going to be disappointed. I'm not going to be there for hockey games this season. But that being said, on the way up, Friday, Rhonda and I will be stopping in Charleston, West Virginia to spend the night with my aunt and Aunt Deborah.
Dirty Birds?
And we're going to hit the Dirty Birds on Friday night.
Yes,
and then we're going to get up Saturday, head up to the Akron area, find a place to watch the Clemson, Georgia game. And then we're going to be hitting the Rubber Ducks with Jason on Saturday.
Go Tigers.
And then we're going to do Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on Sunday. And who knows, maybe an Indians Pirates game. No, we're not.
Do it. Indians.
We're actually
Guardians.
We're actually going to probably head straight back, maybe back to Charleston, West Virginia, or some other point in between on Sunday night. So we have a short drive back on Monday. So at least going to get a couple of games in up that way that I was hoping to get in this summer when I thought I was going to continue working up there, but it's just not working right now.
Not going to happen.
Might as well go get my stuff and bring it back instead of letting it sit there. So at least want to get I definitely wanted to get the Screamer at an Akron game. I don't know if I'll be able to eat it, but I'm going to get one. I think
you're insane if you do that. You should ask that.
I think I'm going to try to get one. We'll see. And Zach's throwing at me that I need to get the Steen Wheeler at the Dirty Birds game, whatever that is. So,
well, Zach also had what was it? It was a pineapple carved out, half a pineapple with, I don't know, chicken or I don't even know, something. So he had like a full blown meal and then still went to get the Screamer.
Well, when I get to the game, it'll be probably like in between, like having had lunch, watching a football game, and then, well, I don't know. It's a later game. It's about a 7 o'clock start, so I don't know. I'll have to pace myself that day and see what I can do.
Yeah, okay.
I might just do the screamer and nothing else. We'll see.
It's a good name.
Even then, I don't think you would be able to finish it. That thing is a monster.
You'll be throwing up on the side and then try to eat again.
So much dairy. Plus, once you get done with all the ice cream, don't forget there's a lot of brownie at the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, I want to see how it compares to the one I had at Rocket City, because
Donnie's gonna be like, you're gonna be like, challenge.
Donnie, there is no comparison. I've had the one in Rocket City, which is really big and nice, but take that times about 15.
All right, he says the pineapple teriyaki chicken in a pineapple in Akron. So
yeah, so he had that first, and then he went to get the screamer after.
Well, that sounds like something that's right up Rhonda's alley right there. Mrs. Mayer, she loves some teriyaki chicken and she loves pineapple, so that might be her.
Also, Zach has a death wish, so there it is.
That's true.
Jesus.
Okay. So we'll figure something out.
I like it, man. Well, this was fun, guys. Let's do this again, huh?
Hey, I appreciate everybody tuning in for Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show.
There it is.
Chat with the mayor, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Oh, chat with the mayor. No. Okay.
I was gonna say from the mayor's office.
Mayor's office. Yeah, there we go. I forgot what I even said to start the show.
I mean, you said so much great stuff, you just forgot it. Like, there's
that's
just
right,
so much greatness going on up there.
Exactly. So anyway, you guys have a good night. I am headed out to work. We're cutting some cables at midnight, and I'll probably be back home about 5 a.m. So
apparently from the Myers office.
Y'all have fun sleeping tonight. I will not be sleeping until in the morning. So.
Yeah, I will be going to bed as soon as this is over. I'm turning this off and going to bed.
Mayor, is that Spanish for mayor? Mayor?
Mayor. Hey guys, guess what?
Mayor.